Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show was recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.
Good afternoon. I'm Amy Ressler, and welcome to the Extension Hour right here on Lone Star Radio every Friday. Every Friday you will hear somebody different. So sometimes it's me, sometimes it is my coworkers, because we take turns, because we do lots of interesting things in Extension, and we think we're pretty awesome. And one of the things I love doing, and when it's my turn, is having guests. And often my guests are like community members and other agencies and things that we do. But one of the, I've been trying to get these two lovely ladies on my show for quite some time. So I'm just going to go ahead and introduce you guys and let you introduce yourself, you ladies. So today we have Flora Williams. She's from Brazos County.
Yes, I'm Flora Williams. Very glad to be here. I'm a Family Consumer Sciences agent there, and I've been in Extension for 20 years now.
12, 20, you know, they all start to run together.
They do. Great years.
Mm-hmm. So how long have you been in Brazos County?
I've been in Brazos County since 2012.
Okay. And so in an Extension, we talk a lot in terms of counties, and not everybody thinks in terms of counties like we do. So tell them a little bit about Brazos County.
Brazos County, we're known for ag land. So College Station is one of our main towns there. Also Bryan, Milliken, and some of those more rural areas there surrounding Bryan and College Station.
Okay. And then we also have Sonja Davis.
Yes, thank you all for having me today.
Glad you're here. Tell them where you're from, what you do.
I am from Harris County, which is Houston, Cypress, Pasadena, Baytown, Katy. Oh, it's a large metroplex, so I was excited to take my journey down 45 North today.
Well, we're glad you came to join us. All right, so first segment, what we usually do. Oh, Mike, you want to say hi?
I am not one of the ladies.
You're not a lovely lady.
Yeah, this is Mike McBride, and I am Amy Ressler's assistant here in Montgomery County.
So he's our Family and Consumer Sciences Program Assistant. It sounds like he's like my personal assistant, but, you know, not that fancy. Yeah. So he helps with the program. So we're fortunate here in Montgomery County to have county support that provides a program assistant for us. So that's pretty awesome. We were really happy to have Mike. So thanks for being with us today. So what we do every Friday, you'll hear the Extension Hour, and we take turns, all the county agents from the office, and so you'll hear somebody different every week. So often people really like hearing Mike Heimer. He talks all about ag. He calls his segment the Agricultural Toolbox. So, and you know, you guys know Mike, right?
Clever. We should come up with a clever name for ours.
So, yeah, it's Family Health and Wellness.
Oh, that's clever.
Which is, it's not as clever as the toolbox, and then I think 4-H calls theirs like the Clover Connection. So sometimes Caroline Cruz or Michelle Mahalik will be on, and they often, particularly in the summer, they're able to bring some of the kids with them as well. So that's pretty awesome. And I know, for all of us, 4-H is near and dear to our hearts. But
yes,
so we'll talk a little bit more about 4-H if we have time. But let me tell you some of the things that are going on in the Extension office here in Montgomery County, some of the things that we're doing. So Mike Heimer is not here to tell you about his stuff, but he's got a water well owners educational event that's coming up on August 23rd. It's 1 to 5 p.m., and it'll be at the Lone Star Groundwater Conservation District office. So if you don't know, that's at 655 Conroe Park North Drive in Conroe, Texas. So the cool thing about this is folks can bring well owners, people who own a well, can bring their water samples actually to the training, and it can be screened there at the training. Costs $10, which is quite a deal. But you need to pick up an approved sample container with instructions from either the Montgomery County, the Walker County, or the San Jacinto County Extension offices, or at the Lone Star Groundwater Conservation District office. But bring those samples. They'll test them. And then lots of great educational information about water wells and, the water and the water safety and what to do with them and all of that good stuff. So he also has Going Down the Road the Safe Way is another educational event that the Agriculture Department's putting on, and that program will discuss topics related to safe travel for you and your horses. So,
Interesting.
if you've got horses, transporting them can sometimes be a challenge. So this is all about horses. Tuesday, August 15th is when this will happen, Tuesday evening, and that will begin at 6:30. So topics will be stuff like health papers and test requirements that are required, and then trailer safety and inspection, about professional horse transports, livestock recovery in Montgomery County, kind of all those things that we're doing. So that'll actually be held at our office, which is at 9020 Airport Road in Conroe. And that does have a registration fee with it. It's $20. It'll cover all the educational materials and a meal. And usually we have really good food. So that, again, traveling safely with your horses, going down the road the safe way, Tuesday evening, August 15th at 6:30 p.m. All right, so our Master Gardeners also stay really busy. You guys both have
Yes, we
Master
have
Gardeners.
a large Master Gardener program.
We love our Master Gardeners. They are awesome. So what they've been doing here in Montgomery County is doing kind of a Saturday morning educational series. So several Saturdays, like once a month, they'll do different education topics that are important. And so coming up in August, on August 12th, 9 to 11 a.m., they will be covering the topic of keeping your bees healthy. So there's lots of beekeeping is a big activity here, and we've got a really large beekeepers association as well. So this will be all about keeping your bees healthy. So someone who, I'm thinking, how do you know if your bee's healthy? Like, can
Come
you?
To this training, you can
right.
find out.
If I had bees, I would come because, they don't look sick, right? Or sometimes, you think something's wrong with little critters. And anyway, all right, moving on. So they will do some others so August is bees, so 9 to 11. And then in September, there's going to be a double shot. There will be one 9 to 11 and one 1 to 3. So the first one is fall vegetable gardening. And then the second one is pest and diseases affecting vegetables.
Sound it out.
Sound it out. And then November 4th, we'll have our open garden day, which is pretty awesome. So you'll be hearing more about that. And then sometimes, like when Michael Potter comes, and he brings the Master Gardeners with him. So they've got so much great information.
Yes, our Master Gardeners here not here, but in Brazos County.
Where you live.
Yes. They stay busy as well. And if you go to our county webpage, brazos.agriLife.org, you can see some of the things that they have going on. Or if you're on Facebook, you can like their Facebook page. They always have something going on in Brazos County with our Master Gardeners.
Sure. Yeah, and then so Montgomery County also has their website and the Facebook page. And then the State Master Gardener Association has a page as well, right? And Harris County, same
yes.
thing?
We have our Harris County website, which is harris.agrilife.org. And you can find Master Gardener programs. Our agriculture agents and hort agents have some programs coming up in August. And so we keep all of our programs there along with our Facebook page where the programs, we always market them on there.
Yeah.
4-H, FCS, hort, ag, all of the programs. We each have our own Facebook pages.
Great. So speaking of 4-H, so our 4-Hers are having their annual achievement banquet, awards banquet, which is one of the things that I love about 4-H is that we recognize the kids for the great work that they do. And it's really inspiring, I think, to see the kids and to see the things that they're able to accomplish in their young years.
They are simply amazing.
They are, no doubt.
As I've been judging different events lately, I've been so totally impressed with these kids from across the state, how they cooperate, how they visit with each other. They act like they're just one big family. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Mike got the opportunity to help with record book judging.
I read a lot of record books.
And record books are a great reflection of all the things that the kids do. And like I said, it's really very impressive.
It's a commitment to complete that record book.
It is.
Yes.
So the awards banquet here is going to be on August 8th, and that's actually for the families, the kids that are receiving awards. So it's not necessarily a public invitation, but definitely I wanted people to know that that is something that we do in 4-H, and that we do like to recognize the kids, and also do a lot of leadership development. They've got a leadership workshop coming up pretty soon as well. So, if someone's listening has no idea what 4-H is or, what they do, this is a great time actually to think about joining 4-H, because our new 4-H year will start in September, so that you can join anytime. So you don't have to wait, but with the new year starting September 1st, that's a great time to really jump in and get going.
And I think there's a misperception out there that 4-H is kids showing cute little bunny rabbits, their steers, whatever. Mm-hmm. We had a team from our group that did robotics this year. Yes. And so it is so widespread. If you have a young person, take a look at 4-H, because this offers so many opportunities for them.
Sure, and then Harris County.
Yes, I would say right now is a great opportunity to start researching clubs in your area. If you're not going to start a club, then this is a good time to start researching what clubs are in your area and what projects they're involved in.
Right, and like you said, there is some misperceptions. Lots of folks think it's just cows and
plows and sows.
Yeah, and then if they expand a little bit, maybe cows and cooking. But even in cooking, we do awesome things.
Our contests are fabulous. Food challenge.
Are. And just this week, I canned tomatoes and canned jams with 4-Hers at a day camp, and we had a great time.
Oh, wow. So what did you can?
We made crushed tomatoes, and then we did some strawberry jam.
Yum.
Yes.
And the samples are where?
Yeah, she could have brought some today.
That's right.
I sure should have.
We could have had a peanut butter and jelly for lunch. Okay, so you guys had a couple of things that you wanted to mention that are kind of going on in your areas.
Okay, I'll go first.
All right, go first, Flora.
Yay, pick me. Okay, so on a monthly basis, we offer certified food managers classes. We actually offer them at our Brazos County Health Department. And those are for people in the restaurant industry. We know that every food establishment is required to have a certified food manager on staff at all times. So if you don't have a class going on in your area and you need one, you can always go to our brazos.org website and find out when our class is going on, and we welcome you to come attend. We do those on a monthly basis, as I said. We also do car seat installations, car seat inspections. So if you're not sure if your car seat's installed properly, we invite people from Brazos County to come by appointment and get that car seat properly installed. So I'm sure y'all have great programs like that over here in Montgomery County. We also have parenting classes. Sometimes parents are court-ordered to take parenting classes. So we offer those on a monthly basis. So you just come, take 4 hours of parenting classes, and we get you all caught up on growth, what to expect of your children of different ages and stages of their development. We cover discipline in the child, how to build positive self-esteem in children, and then we also give a couple of bonus sessions. We talk about feeding your child, because we know that childhood obesity is on the rise. And we throw car seat safety in as well to make sure that parents are transporting those children. So we have those monthly parenting classes, and those are a few of the things that we have coming up.
Just
I could go on.
Just a few.
And and you're right. We do similar things here in Montgomery County, and I try to do the best I can to tell people about what we're doing. But often there will be like someone who has family or friends that are in Harris County or Brazos County, and they say, our county does this, so check with your extension office. Maybe they do that. So tell them what's going on in Harris County.
Well, in Harris County, we have several nutrition, health, and wellness programs. One is the Expanded Food Nutrition Education Program. It targets families who are SNAP eligible or receiving SNAP funds. And it just teaches them about how to plan and prepare healthy meals for their families. They go into detail about food safety and food preparation. All of the classes are free. It's a series of 7 classes. And they're an hour each, and during each class they will have an educational component. They will also have a food demonstration, and now they have began to incorporate physical activity because that's so important.
Sure.
So that's the one that we have for families.
So before you move on, let's
Sure.
clarify just a little bit in case folks don't know what SNAP is. Because I'm thinking SNAP, and then sometimes I always say, oh, SNAP. I say that a lot.
I know people. It's really like people who receive food stamps.
Right.
That's
so
the terminology that
it's the
people,
acronym for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
Program.
So we call it the Supplemental Assistant Nutrition Program.
We use
No,
so many
yeah.
acronyms and extension.
We do.
But it's for those families who receive food stamps or who are eligible to receive food stamps. So
Perfect.
these are programs to help them be able to utilize their funds better. Just planning, preparing. They go on, show them how to go to the grocery store and use your funds wisely, because sometimes we get caught up at those end caps, and before you know it, everything's gone. You didn't even making a list is really something people.
Sure.
It's so important, and I think that's one of their first lessons, teaching them how to make a list and how to use my plate as the basis for planning and preparing healthy meals. So that's the Expanded Nutrition Program. And then we have a program for seniors also, because it's important for them to eat healthier. They're living longer. We want them to, while they're here, we want them to be healthy. So we have the Better Living for Texans program, and it teaches them about planning and preparing meals, drinking water, and also storing their food. A lot of times they're cooking for one or two, and so they just need to know how to store the food properly. Can't keep it, in your refrigerator for 2 weeks and think it's safe to eat, just teaching them that. And also it's important to get them physically involved. They love their bingo, and we found some bingos that keep them moving, so it's all fun. We have 2 ladies in our office that are over BLT. So if you're interested, you can research our programs at harris.agrilife.org.
Okay, I can interrupt you one more time, though.
Sure, no problem.
In Brazos County and in Montgomery County, we also have BLT, Better Living for Texans. So whereas in Harris County, because of the large size and the sheer mass of people that you have to reach, your Better Living for Texans focuses on senior adults, and your Expanded Food Nutrition Program focuses on families. Whereas in Brazos County and Montgomery County, our BLT program, Better Living for Texans, focuses on everybody, families and seniors, just because we're a little smaller in size than the 2 million people?
4.
4 million people.
While we're talking about that large number of the population, in Harris County we have 4 extension agents. There's no way that we can reach all of those families and individuals, and the county is so spread out. So we depend heavily on volunteers. And each year we conduct a Master Wellness Volunteer Program. It's for individuals who are passionate about their health, but helping others to live healthy also. So we take them through very intense 40 hours of training, both face-to-face and online. And once they complete the 40 hours, they take a test just to test their knowledge and of skills of what they learn. And then within 1 year, they're able to give back 40 hours. So they can find their own ways to give back in their church, on the job, in the community, or they can assist us, in delivering some of our programs. We graduated a group of about 10 individuals this month on the 13th. And we partner with Galveston and Fort Bend County. So it's fun. If you're interested in learning more, definitely go to our website, harris.agrilife.org. And I have one more program.
Okay.
Diabetes is one of the programs that we're called upon so often. And we have a program called Wisdom, Power, and Control. And we target individuals who are diabetic, individuals who may be caring for someone with diabetes. Or if you are pre-diabetic and don't want to advance to diabetes, or you just want to learn more, we have a program called Wisdom, Power, and Control. It's 7 weeks, 2 hours each week, but it is such a great program. I love it. I see when the individuals enter the class on the first day, and they just have no idea really of what they can do. I tell them diabetes is not a death sentence. You know, you have to have the will to live, and we're going to help you to learn how to eat, to learn how to count your carbs, to learn the importance of exercise and managing your stress. We want them to be successful. So at the end of the 7 weeks, you know, I see the comments that they write on the page, and this program really helps. So in Harris County right now in September through October, we're going to host 3 set series. One is at the Magnum Howell Park. One is on the northwest side off Clay Road, and another one off Cavalcade. So definitely, if you have diabetes or a family member with diabetes, pre-diabetic, or you just want to learn more about the disease, please contact our office. And I don't know if you ladies, I know Flora in Brazos, you do.
Yes, we just wrapped up a group of Wisdom Power Control in Brazos County. We had almost 40 people complete that, and just seeing the change in their A1C was just great. We're going to come back and do a reunion in a couple of months and see the continued progress. But if you know anybody in the Brazos County area, we do have another diabetes class. The series we're going to offer is called Do Well, Be Well with Diabetes, and that's coming up Thursdays in November. So you can just call the Brazos County Extension Office, get signed up for that class, and it has made tremendous outcomes as well.
Okay, so we are not doing a whole lot of diabetes education here in Montgomery County. So would you guys accept anybody from Montgomery County if they wanted to make the drive?
I think the Doss Park is close to I think it's off the Beltway, but it's accessible. Yes, county lines, I don't care about those. The people need the information, and I think that's what counts.
Thank you.
And it's very common in Brazos County that we get people from our surrounding counties. And yes, we welcome them with open arms because our concern is more about their health, not the county that they're coming in from.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of a break, but we're going to come back and we're going to talk some more about the kind of programs that we do that are similar, and then kind of things that we can share so that others can be able to take advantage of those types of classes as well. So you are listening to Lone Star Community Radio. It's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide on irlonestar.com. And this is Amy Ressler. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Extension Hour.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available in Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
All right, we're back with the Extension Hour right here on Lone Star Internet Radio. How do you guys like our music?
I love it.
Has me moving. Yep. So physical activity, that's another thing that we do a lot of in Extension. We have so many things that we want to talk about. But you were mentioning that you were talking about diabetes education, and there was something that you wanted to add to that.
Yes, we have a Spanish curriculum, Si Yo Puedo, which means I can control my diabetes. But it's for individuals who don't speak English, but it has to be delivered by a Spanish speaker. So if you have an individual who may be interested in being trained, we can get them trained to deliver it because the diabetes is very prevalent among Hispanics.
All right, so you mentioned the Master Wellness Volunteers, and those some of the things that you utilize them for is teaching some of those classes. Because you also mentioned there's only a few agents in each county, and Flora, you're the only FCS agent. You're FCS in Brazos County, so that's a lot to do. There's lots of people to reach. There's so many things that we can do. So the Master Wellness Volunteer Program is just.
I'm fortunate in Brazos County to have. I trained 7 Master Wellness volunteers, and they've really exceeded their 40 hours. So much so, and because of their hard work, we get more requests for more programs. So with that being said, we're going to hold a new class for volunteers who would like to become certified in February. We're going to kick those classes off.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's a program I've been looking into to bring to Montgomery.
Yep.
Not quite ready to take volunteers yet, but be on the lookout for that. It's not on the horizon.
Right. It's definitely something we want to get happening in Montgomery County. So, because like I said, we can only do so much, but having other people help is awesome. And then, I guess the great thing about whether you're volunteering or, I guess it's kind of fun. We get paid for what we do and doing what we love, but also having that opportunity to volunteer and do it when you're available and when you want to, that's can be very fulfilling as well.
And some people are already doing it. They're just looking for additional training. And with the extension in our research basis, that's information that they can definitely use.
I know a group who we really tap into in Brazos County are worksite wellness coordinators. They're looking for programs to bring to their worksite to keep those employees healthy. So they come through our training, and then they go back and implement those classes with their work sites.
Sure. Worksite wellness is a huge thing because, we spend most of our lives at work. Yeah. And if you've got a healthy environment and you have things that motivate you to be healthy at work, that's going to help you maintain a healthy lifestyle.
And work sites like it because it can assist, cut down on people missing work if they're healthy and keeping their families healthy as well.
Sure.
Yeah, and we stress that creating a culture of wellness in the workplace. So when that soda machine goes away, work sites aren't always excited about that.
Yeah, it's a battle. But so as far as worksite wellness, so there's comprehensive programming that we can offer, like we can train people on how to be a worksite wellness coordinator. And then we can supplement things as well. So just kind of go in and do
lunch and learns.
Yes, yes. One-time informational, just to kind of supplement what they're already doing with worksite wellness. So that's pretty awesome too. All right, so we're talking about kind of the programming we do, and I know that a question that comes up often is, how do you decide where you work? So we're talking about all these things that we can do, but how do you decide what you do?
We depend heavily on volunteers. Each year we go through a program development process with our volunteers. We sit down and we try to plan out what programs are needed and, when will we address those. So we have a program area committee for family consumer sciences, and they help us to decide what programs we're going to focus on for the upcoming year. And if you live in Harris County and would like to be a part of our committee, please contact us. The number is 713-274-0950, and we're looking for individuals to help us. We will meet in August to start planning for the 2018 year.
Okay. And how about your committee?
In Brazos County, we have a Family and Consumer Sciences / Better Living for Texans committee where we meet and find out what issues are impacting the family, what communities really need us to come out to their community and offer educational programs. So we look to that committee to help us pinpoint what those issues are, where in the county, and then oftentimes they are the ones to make contact with those different groups to help us to get into those programs and to reach the audience that needs our programs the most. And we also have one other committee that my job wouldn't be the same without, and I use the term job loosely because I don't consider what I do a job. So
but you do good work.
Right, if those administrators were listening.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we love our jobs.
We love it. Okay, so we have a Walk Across Texas task force, Brazos County one, and our reach through them has been tremendous. We had almost 250 teams this year compete in our program, and we rotate our committees. So sometimes people think if I join a committee, I'm going to be on there for a lifetime. No, we rotate our committee. But if you're 3 years or up and you want to stay on, we welcome you to stay on. But, consider joining an extension committee. Whatever area you're passionate about, if you're passionate about ag, join an ag committee. You're passionate about health and wellness, join a family consumer sciences committee. help us out.
So yeah, Walk Across Texas is kind of a friendly competition, and I have a confession to make. So you we look at Brazos County, and can we beat Brazos County this year?
I'm just going to continue to just copy her and try to be like Flora.
I want to be like Flora when I grow up.
But we have taken a lot of ideas from Brazos County.
And I mean, we sit around the table with our volunteers, with our task force, and just toss ideas around. Even we do we do a weekly newsletter during Walk Across Texas, and ask for participants. What would you like to see in Walk Across Texas? And we just incorporate those into our annual events.
Yeah,
I think worksite wellness, Walk Across Texas, and worksite wellness go hand in hand.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great partnership. So yeah, we were able to have people from Anadarko participate this year. So petroleum company, and then they've got wonderful facilities there, like enviable gym that they have. But the gym's not for everybody. So Walk Across Texas is a great way to get people to get active, and that friendly competition is a nice way to kind of motivate folks.
Yeah, our big work site in Brazos County is Texas A&M University System.
Really?
Yeah, can you believe that?
I can't imagine.
But, those work sites, they compete among each other as well as among the teams in the county. Then we, all the school districts, we send our information out to the school districts and have representation on our task force from the school districts to get those schools involved. And we just have a grand time.
Yeah, I really like Walk Across Texas. In the past, we had the IRS.
Oh yeah,
and it was the regional IRS. They were individuals from Louisiana, Oklahoma.
You mean the IRS as a corporation participating or a company?
Yes, we also that's a big part of ours in Brazos County as well. We have the IRS. That's one of our big groups.
And so I love Walk Across Texas, but at the same time, we have a Harris County, we have a countywide challenge each year, and I tell people it's teams of 8 walking 833 miles over 8 weeks. That's our way to pump it up and just market the program. But if they don't want to walk as a team, if they're not comfortable with a team, there is a way that they can walk as an individual, and they just log their miles each week. And I think the ability to log your miles and see how many miles you've walked each week, and it just makes you feel good. I did that.
Yeah, and even for me, it's been personally motivating that, I try to practice what I preach. And I'll admit the first couple of times we did, I was just like, okay, I'm so busy just trying to get it managed, and get it off the ground and telling people about it that maybe I wasn't doing it as much. But these last couple of years have really made a personal commitment to, I am going to walk. And so I'm trying to get as many miles as I can.
So we did a spring walk. So a lot of people lost weight, but over the summer, it's kind of creeping back up. So we're going to have a fall walk also.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think one of the biggest benefits of the program like this is the accountability and also the competition.
Yes.
Yeah. When you're not the only one doing it.
Misery loves company.
But it's not miserable.
It is not.
I tell you what, this year I met some new friends through Walk Across Texas. I formed a cyber team. I just went on Facebook and said, hey, I'm joining this walking challenge. Who would like to join me? So some people I didn't even know, but now we ended up being really good friends, losing weight together. So that was one way I formed my team, and we had a blast.
And speaking of Facebook, you guys did that. I saw a video. You were doing some kind of fun,
we did our own little video. We're going to have to redo it in 2018, but it was just an idea to try to get more people interested in and market it. It was fun. My coworkers, they'll do anything for me as long as I feed them.
Healthy foods, I hope.
Oh, yes.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. But, we have a great staff in Harris County. We're really a family, so.
Well, I'd like to echo that. In Brazos County, we have an awesome team, and we enjoy working together.
Well, I think Montgomery County's better.
I just have to say.
I've been on for 90 days now. And I've told Amy a couple times that with this job, I don't have to come to work. I get to come to work. And it's such a thrill. And then to work with people in the community, it's nice to give back.
Right.
Yeah, if you just look at the table, Amy, you have how many years in extension?
24.
And Flora, you have?
I think 20. I'm going to do the math.
And I have over 20, so I have about 23. So I mean, over 60 years just here.
That's amazing.
Oh no, I have 17 because I came in 2000, so I guess that should have been easy math for me.
Yeah, we do family stuff. We don't do
math.
Yeah, no, I cannot add in my head.
But still close to 60 years.
All right, so in your 20 years of experience, what would you say is like one of the most meaning, or not one? I mean, narrowing down to one is going to be too much. But think about what is it that keeps you here for 20 years? I mean, because I can tell you, personally, when I first started Extension, I hated it. I really did. I don't know, the environment that I was in. I was young, had young kids. I don't know what it was exactly, but these people are crazy. And I would have never imagined that I would still be in Extension here 24 years later. Life takes you in strange places, and you don't always know, but, how or why. But, do you guys have any stories? Are you?
I think what kept me here, I think just the family atmosphere, like you said, it's not having to go to work, but just being able to see the impact that you're having on family lives. I always kind of wanted to be an educator, but I didn't want to be in a classroom.
Right.
And so Extension allows you to make your classroom anywhere.
My classroom is the county.
My husband and son, they hate going to the grocery store because I will, if I see people struggling with trying to read and understand a label, I'll stop right there and help them. And I just, your classroom can be anywhere with Extension.
Sure.
I would think the ability to work with people across the lifespan. I meet some families in the hospital teaching their child how to install a car seat, and then they join our 4-H program. I see that same child in 4-H, and then I've even seen where some of the 4-Hers have become extension agents. So just watching that whole progression is pretty neat.
And don't you feel old then?
I know, absolutely. But
when your 4-Hers start having 4-Hers.
But I actually started in the world of formal education. I started out in the classroom, and I just felt like I didn't have enough reach in the classroom. I could just reach those group of students and parents that were in my class at the time. So when I thought about an internship I did in college with the Extension where I could reach the masses, I was like, that's where I need to be.
Do you have anything you want to share?
Well, I was just going to say that in the last 20 to 25 years, I've worked primarily in mental health, drug and alcohol programs, and as a probation officer. So that's just 20, 25 years of negativity, stress, angst, and coming here where you have people wanting to participate. When I had kids 4-H age, we had a 4-H club at our house. I did that to counterbalance my negative life. That was a positive life, that in church and whatnot. But I'm just thrilled now that I can still teach like I was doing the drug and alcohol program, but it's people who want to learn.
Prevention.
It's going to keep them out of jail, I hope, if you give them a positive lifestyle. And so I see nothing but positives about everything Extension, whether it's the horticulture, the agriculture, the 4-H, and certainly the family consumer sciences is huge. It covers everything around here. So I'm like a kid in the candy store, and I'm looking at the programs I can offer. It's like, oh, I like this one. Oh, but look over here, there's another one. Ooh, I like that one too. So I need to zero in on something and get them going, but It's been fantastic.
Yeah, I think what you touched on and what you said, prevention. A lot of what we do in Extension is prevention education. So, sometimes we can take for granted that people already know how to eat healthy, or, you eat, it's going to be nutritious, right? Or you're a parent, so you know how to parent, or you have vegetables, food grows, so anybody can be a gardener, or, whatever it is. But what we do is help people do that better. So, when you know better, you do better. Right. And that's a lot of what we do. And so, and we're mentioning, how much we love our jobs and how great it is and that kind of thing. And so I can see people listening going, yeah, good for you. But that's one of the things that I think is great, too, about our volunteer involvement, because we don't do it by ourselves. We do rely on those volunteers, and so having them kind of part of our family is awesome, and we do welcome them as part of our family.
When even we love our jobs, but we still find ways to volunteer outside of our jobs. Sure. And so when we have individuals who come in and volunteer, it's a way to give. And, you know, you may not have the best job, but if you can just come in and help someone else, it's always rewarding.
Yeah. Okay, so other things that we want to talk about, all the great things that we do.
Well, in Extension Family Consumer Science Unit, every September we celebrate family mealtime.
Yes.
So we encourage families to, not only in September, but throughout the year, to sit down and you know, plan and prepare healthy meals together. We teach ways that you can get your kids involved. You know, if you're in the kitchen cooking, have them to read the recipe. They're practicing literacy and also measure out the ingredients. That's, you know, teaching them math skills.
Sure.
Half cup equals whole cup.
And there's so many
Song
benefits
to it.
for family meals together. It's if you have, I'm forgetting the numbers now, I think it's 4 times per week. It increases the kids' ability to work in school, avoid drug and alcohol programs, literacy.
Yes.
There are just so many side benefits that you never would have think. Just, okay, so we're eating mac and cheese together. Wow. But
Yeah.
it helps the families.
Definitely. And we also have programs that help people learn to cook better.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Dinner
yeah.
tonight.
Dinner tonight.
So, yeah, wait, what's for dinner tonight, Mom? Dinner tonight? What are we going to have? So, either one of you want to talk about those?
Yeah, there are
Yeah, of course, Florida.
Yeah. There are a few ways to participate in our Dinner Tonight program. If you're looking for healthy recipes that are convenient and economical, we have a website you can go to called dinnertonight.org, and you can go on there and watch recipes being demonstrated, or even just print a recipe off. We also offer face-to-face programs, and I know in Brazos County we're going to have one at the Extension office on September the 22nd. So if you know anybody in the Brazos County area, send them through that cooking class. We're going to demonstrate 3 full menus. Everyone who attends will get a cookbook and a lot of knowledge about food safety. And that's what we have going on over in Brazos.
Yeah. I like to say that Dinner Tonight reminds me of like, whatever, a cooking show that you might watch on television. But it's even better because you get to smell it and you get to taste it, and you have awesome people, local people, teaching you about that. And what we do too in the Dinner Tonight, it's practical kinds of things. I know sometimes on cooking shows, they make great stuff, but you look at it and go, I'm never going to make that. Where
am I going to find that ingredient?
Exactly. So very practical, very economical, very quick. So yeah, Brazos County, and so what Flora and I and a couple of others do, we kind of team up and we go from county to county. So in Montgomery County, we're going to do ours October 27th, I think. Is the date for that. So you'll get to see the lovely Flora Williams and then a couple of other of our coworkers, and we'll, again, demonstrate those recipes and provide samples and all that good stuff. You guys have them too?
I like the concept of Dinner Tonight because for a lot of young mothers who never really learned to cook, the recipes are so simple, and you're not destroying the kitchen in order to cook a healthy meal for your family. They're just simple. And along with the website, for some people, it's intimidating to try to follow a recipe, if it has over 10 steps. But the videos, 5 minutes or less, they really walk you through the terminology that's used in cooking, and they're good. I love the one skillet meals that are healthy for your families.
Sure.
It shows you many different tricks on how to do kitchen hacks. Amy, talk about some of those hacks. She's the queen of hacks.
I'm not sure how to take that. Queen of hacks. So strawberries, right? You have a whole strawberry, and this is a great thing that kids can do too. You take a straw, but it's got to be a strong straw, and some of the strongest straws come from fast food restaurants. So we're not encouraging that, but just somebody, if you get the straws from whatever grocery store, and it may not be strong enough, you may be going, this hack doesn't work.
Yeah, if it says flexible straw, it's not going to work. It has to say sturdy straw. I just used this strawberry trick with the kids when we did the canning of the strawberries.
Yeah.
So just look on the pack. If it says sturdy straw, usually they're going to be a nice little colorful pack of straws.
Yep. So then you take that straw, you stick it through the tip of the bottom of the strawberry, stick it through, and it'll and all the way, you shove it up, and then the top of the strawberry comes off. And you can use a knife too. But the other thing I like is little grape tomatoes, and you can put them between 2 lids, and then you take your knife and you just
I've done that.
slice between them. You get lots done pretty quickly. Do you have another one?
Well, you said fast food restaurants, and I think that's why the program was developed. There are families who are just eating out every day. And, you know, when you eat out, you can't count your calories. You don't know how much saturated fat that you're getting. But when you prepare meals at home, you're able to control your calories. You may even have leftovers for the next day. So.
Right. So definitely save some money. And who doesn't want to save money, right?
Speaking of that, I teach couponing classes in my county. And, well, we want everybody to just save as much money as possible. And, you know, people think about couponing, I'm going to save on my groceries. But in our couponing classes, we teach you how to save on everything. Your prescriptions, your clothing, everything. So if you go to our website, you can see when we're offering our couponing class and send somebody through that.
That's right. You're going to have to go over to Brazos County for that one. Okay, speaking of kids, also child care provider training. So our child care providers, in order to provide great quality care, it's important that they have regular education and training. So they, and actually it's standards by the, what's the
child care licensing. They set standards for the state of Texas. There's an official group that's not coming to mind for.
I know, okay, that's why I'm looking at you. But AgriLife, Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service is an approved provider where people can get those education hours that they need documented. So we offer some child care provider trainings as well. So we have one coming up in Brazos County.
Yeah, we're going to have one in Brazos County at the Brazos Center on September the 16th. We're going to have some great topics. You have an opportunity to get 6 clock hours if you need those as a child care provider. And Harris County also has some.
Yes, our child care conference is October the 14th at the County Extension Office in Bear Creek.
And so is that a Saturday?
Yes.
Okay, and so is the one in September Saturday. So, and we do that collectively. Several agents work together to do that. So even though it's, you know, Brazos County or Harris County, it's still pretty close.
Yes.
To be able to go get those hours. And, you know, they can get some hours online. Do you remember what the total is that they can get online?
I know that you can get 80% of your hours online. So Texas A&M AgriLife, if you go to our general website, you can go there and take the online classes, and they're very low cost. Most of the classes are free. You just pay for your certificates, $7 or $8 for a certificate to meet those minimum standards for child care.
And online is really convenient, but at the same time, also going to a class and interacting with others and, you know, and learning.
Yeah, you're going to need to at least get 4 of your hours face-to-face. So we offer 6. And you even have choices. We have some general sessions you can attend, or if you have a specific topic. I know in Brazos County, every time our cluster hosts, which that consists of 6 different counties, we come together, we always offer SIDS and shaken baby. Which is one of the mandatory topics. So we always offer that at our.
How many hours can you get in Harris County?
6 hours, 6 clock hours. And Flora comes to, she's going to be at ours presenting also.
Okay, so Flora, you've mentioned some of the classes that you have going on. Tell them a little bit about how they can get in contact with you or tell their friends.
Okay, so you can call our extension office in Brazos County, and the number there is 979-823-0129, and anyone who answers the phone will be able to assist you. So if I'm not there, you don't have to speak to Flora. Just tell them what it's in regards to, and they will get you signed up.
All right, and then how do they get a hold of you in Harris County?
Harris County, the number is 713-274-0950. Our website is harris.agrilife.org. And we have several Facebook pages out there.
Okay. And how do you get a hold of us in Montgomery County?
I have my desk number. It's 936-788-8348. You give me a shout. I'll try to answer any questions for you. If I don't have the answer, I'll find the person who does and route you to them.
Okay. And then we also have a Facebook page, Healthy Living in Montgomery County. And we have Texas A&M in Montgomery County as general Facebook page. And we also have Montgomery.agrilife.org as well.
Yep.
So lots of ways to get in contact with us to take advantage of all these awesome programs that we have to offer. And so, you know what, guys, I mean, we've been talking almost an hour now, but we probably just barely scratched the surface of some of the things that we can do. But before we leave, we want to talk a little bit about this time of year. so we're educators. We can't help but leave you with some type of tip or education, something to think about. So Flora brought her heat stroke information, because what is the temperature today? It's like 100 and whatever the heat index is over 100.
I know in Brazos County they said it was going to be in triple digits today, but there's a special day set aside for heat called Heat Stroke Prevention Day, and that's July the 31st.
Why did they pick that date?
I don't know, but let me tell you, every day should be Heat Stroke Prevention Day. We want you taking those steps to prevent heat stroke, because whenever a person's body temperature gets to 104 degrees, it's unable to cool, and your organs start to shut down. And by the time your body temperature gets to 107 degrees, it's fatal. So in Texas heat, if you have a car and you check the temperature inside of the car, in just 10 minutes that temperature can climb 20 degrees. Okay, so if it's 100 degrees outside now, if you turn that car off, the temperature can climb to 120 degrees in just 10 minutes. Okay, in 20 minutes it can climb almost 40 degrees. Okay, so that's why it's important that we take action against preventing heat stroke. Okay, so we have an acronym that we use that's called ACT, A-C-T, ACT. So the A reminds us to avoid heat-related injuries and to prevent some of the fatalities by not allowing children to get in a car. Okay, so you don't want them to gain access to a car, so you want to make sure that you're putting your keys away so that they can't go back and get into the car. Don't allow them to play in the car, play in the trunk of the car, because a lot of these deaths that are happening, since 1998, there's been over 700 heat stroke deaths. Okay, so children love to imitate their parents, so they see how you get in the car, but they necessarily don't see how you get out of the car. So they can figure out how to get in the car, but not figure out how to get out. And their body temperature heats up 3 to 5 times faster than adults. So they get in the car, their body temperature climbs, and it's fatal to them. Okay, so that's the A. You want to avoid letting them get into those cars. The C is you want to create some type of reminder. If you're transporting a child, you can put something in the back seat that you're going to need for work to remind you that, hey, I have a child. 'Cause sometimes those children are really quiet in the back seat or can be real peaceful back there.
So we recently were at a child passenger safety conference,
Right.
and there's a lot of the new car seats that are coming out with some type of indicator. That'll tell you.
Right.
Kids in the car. I mean,
yeah. Or even you can put the diaper bag in the front seat. And, we're in a society where we get distracted easily. So sometimes you may be transporting somebody else's child, and so you may forget that they're back there because that's not your norm. So, just make sure you have some type of reminder that child is in the back seat. And the T reminds us to take action. If you see a child who is trapped in a hot car, you want to take action. Call 911. Law enforcement is trained on what to do when a child is trapped. But once you call 911, take whatever action you can to help get that child out of that car and to get them cooled down.
That's good information.
Very good. So ACT, avoid
heat-related injuries and death by not leaving children in a car.
C,
create reminders.
T,
and we want to take action. Call 911.
Good. All right, so we're almost out of time. And thank you guys for coming.
This was fun. I enjoyed it.
So, we've got lots of great agents, but you are two that I really look up to, and I really enjoy working with you.
As well. I think we should sing a song now.
Kumbaya, my love.
This was just like us being out, just talking how we always talk. So I enjoyed it. Not stressful at all.
Good. So all kinds of great information with Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service. We're here to help. That's what we're all about. Our mission is helping Texans make their lives better. So call on any of us at any time. And you were listening to Lone Star Community Radio 104.5 and 106.1. And we are here every Friday with the Extension Hour, 1 to 2. And every once a month or so, you'll hear something about family health and wellness and family and consumer sciences. So we really appreciate you being with us today. Take care.
Take care, y'all.
Bye.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show was recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.